Hello, ladies, gentlemen, and pickles. Andy here. This is day 16 of my Christmas series, reaching out to any of you who might be feeling a little bit lonely over the Christmas period and over New Year's Day. Today is day 16. I'm releasing this on January 2nd. So if you didn't watch yesterday's video, I gave a ton of motivation. It was basically this big motivating speech of like, it's 2024, let's make the most of it. Let's go for our goals, let's dream big, let's do amazing shit. So I really recommend you go back and listen to that one if you haven't already. And if you've taken some action in that video, I talked about taking action, taking some baby steps. I talked about how to actually get started if you've never worked on a goal or you've been procrastinating for a while. So if you took some action, amazing. Post a comment below. Literally pause the video right now and tell us what you did. We'll celebrate it, even if it was just something tiny. If it was something big, we'll celebrate that as well. If you haven't taken any action, pause the video right now. Seriously, pause it right now. Go do something. Again, you can go back and listen to that video yesterday. I talk about how to get started, but do something, anything, one tiny little baby step. Come back to this video and leave a comment below and tell us what you did, and we'll celebrate that with you. So that said, let's talk about my video courses and sales and stuff like that. So this is like the back end of what I use to, sell books and video courses and stuff. And I have 3 products for sale. And look at this. So I thought it'd be fun to show off how many we've sold so far. So 188 sales of the Play to Win video course, 162 sales of the Get Laid in 6 Weeks, if you're a virgin guide, and 73 sales of the How to Have a Threesome course. Most people have just paid $1, which is obviously the minimum that you have to pay for my courses. Some people have paid more. The most that someone's paid has been $70, but I'm showing this off to basically say that I'm really grateful to all of you. This is a lot more than I expected. We only released these top 2, the book and the video course, like 3 months ago, I think. And so to have sold a combined, what's that, like basically 340, 350. My brain is tired. It's really early in the morning. 350, I think that is, in total is absolutely mind-blowing, much more than I expected. So that's amazing. I hope you guys and girls are getting a lot out of them. There will be more video courses and stuff that I will make in the future, but yeah, tons of gratitude for all of you. I also just did a 3-day fast. I did it over Christmas, and then the next day after Christmas, and then the day after that. And in the past, I had done a 5.5-day fast, but during that 5.5-day fast, I had eaten some Brussels sprouts. So during this recent 3-day fast, I had no food, but I did have coffee with milk in the morning for about 120 calories each day. So, maybe you'd say it's not a strict fast, but no food, only 120 calories of milk each day. And just like the last fast, it was pretty easy. I wasn't really hungry. There was a few moments where I thought, I could eat right now, but I didn't want to, so I didn't. I felt a lot of peace during it, and it was kind of fun to let go of the need to eat again. Then towards the end of the 3rd day, I kind of felt low energy. I was doing a lot of walking with my friends, so I thought, I'll eat something. So I ate some watermelon. I had a few blackberries. I had some blueberries. I had some cheese and crackers. Was like the most amazing meal of my life. Seriously, it was like mind-blowing how good that tasted and how satisfying it was. So that was fun. So yeah, I can see myself fasting a few times a month, maybe once or twice a month. It's a really fun thing. I wouldn't necessarily recommend it to other people. I think it's something that you have to be in a really good headspace to do. I am doing it for, I guess, curiosity and knowledge to see what my body is capable of and to try and reset some of the relationships that I have with food. I'm someone that's been very dependent on food, and I've used food to self-medicate and binge eat and stuff like that in the past. So a fast for me is more like a resetting of that, or almost like a spiritual journey. I guess there is a part of that. Can I transcend what it means to be human? And at least for me, part of being human has been eating constantly, like multiple times a day, like 5 or 6 times a day. Can I let go of a little bit of that and see what happens? So I've done it for those reasons, but I could see somebody else fasting and maybe it wouldn't come from the healthiest place. Like for instance, Imogen is someone who at this point in time does not have any interest in fasting because she's like, if I fast, it will be like an extreme thing. I feel like it will be punishing my body. I don't feel like it will come from a good place. I don't feel like I'll be able to listen to my body and eat when I feel like it, and end the fast when I feel like it. So yeah, fasting isn't necessarily something that I would recommend to other people, but I like it. It's been amazing. It's been fun. Now, let's get into reading some damn comments. Salandrella7603 says, everything is okay and everything will be okay. Once we embrace this wisdom, it instills a profound sense of peace and tranquility. Thanks for the great videos, Andy. Really appreciate them. What a great comment. Yeah, this is the message, as I've said, of my content. This is what I'm trying to get across to all of you, and I will phrase it in different ways, and I will give you how-to guides and advice and, all of that kind of stuff. But essentially, the main purpose of my content is to show you that you are okay and that you will be okay. That is the point. That is what I'm here for. And I think that's what most self-help or self-improvement coaches, I think it's what most mentors, most coaches, most therapists, or all the people that are trying to give you advice or give you information, they are trying to get across to you of like, you're okay and you're going to make it. Like, you're going to be okay. That's kind of the main mission of like a motivation coach or a self-improvement coach, is to tell you like, you're going to make it, kid. You got this. So yeah, appreciate the thoughtful comment. Great comment. You get a heart. Good job. Aaron Smith 3293 says, in the beginning, you sounded like John Danaher, the BJ. I have no idea who that is, but you can have a heart. There you go. You can have a like as well. G Newman 1841 says, thank you for the awesome video. Yeah, I did a video like answering one of his questions or referring to one of his comments. A lot of what you said here, I didn't think to apply to this situation. Yeah, that happens all the time. So a lot of my concepts that I talk about, like give yourself permission to suck, or progress, not perfection. Any of the things that I say a lot, they apply to basically everything in life. I've talked about how the numbers game can apply to everything in life. Like playing the numbers game can be a universal concept. And we often, when we first learn a new concept, like you might hear me say in quite a lot of videos, like honesty is a game changer. Like I like to be as honest as I possibly can. And I'm not perfect with it, but I try and be as honest as I can. You might hear that and go, oh yeah, honesty. Yeah, I could see how that would be amazing in dating. That would be awesome. Okay, I'm going to be honest in dating. And you go and be honest and it transforms your life and all of these amazing things happen. And then you are at work one day and your boss says, hey, did you do that report that I asked you to do? And you go, oh yeah, boss. Yeah, I'm just finishing it. And in your mind, you're like, fuck, I haven't even started it. Shit, I lied to him. You might not think of being honest to your boss because you're like, no, Andy told me to be honest, and he must have been referring to dating. And that wouldn't apply in the workplace because I don't want to lose my job. My boss is like my boss. He's not on my team. He's like in a hierarchy above me and I'm down here. So like, why would I be honest with my boss? But realize that when I say most of these concepts, I am talking universally, or they can be applied universally. So when I talk about honesty and integrity and treating people like they're on the same team, that can apply in the workplace. So you could go to your boss and say, boss, hey, I kind of lied to you, or I did lie to you. I told you that I'd finished this thing. I haven't started it, I'll be honest. Now, look, you can be mad at me. I understand. What I have now done is I've gotten started. I will have it done, I think, by like 5 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. I'm really sorry that I lied. I really care about this job, and I guess some fear of losing this job came up, and so I lied to you. That wasn't cool, boss. I'm on a mission to be more honest in all dealings with all people. I'm not perfect. None of us are perfect, but I am on that mission, boss. So, I'm sorry. I lied to you. I'll have it done by 5 p.m. And your boss will take that however he or she takes that. They will probably, like most people, say, wow, okay, I'm pissed off at you, but thank you for the honesty. Wow. Like, none of my other employees are honest with me. Like, you at least were honest with me. So thank you. You get credit for that. Please don't lie again. I kind of need to know what's going on. I'm the boss. Like, I need to know what's happening. So please just be honest with me. And yeah, get that shit done by 5 p.m. Go do that. And so you might not realize that a lot of the concepts that I give, I might give you an example. Like I might say, be honest in, or I like to be honest in relationships. And you might think I'm just referring to relationships. No, those principles or those ideas can be applied almost universally. So yeah, this is something that a lot of people say to me all the time. where they'll go, wow, I didn't actually realize that I could be applying some of these concepts or these methods of thinking, these philosophies to other areas of my life. I didn't know that these concepts were universal. It's like, yeah, they are. Including, you can even get very meta about it. You know, when I say give yourself permission to suck, you can give yourself permission to suck at giving yourself permission to suck. What I mean there is when I say, you know, give yourself permission to suck, you might try that and then you find yourself beating yourself up and being really hard on yourself and you go, fuck, Andy said I'm supposed to give myself permission to suck. God, why am I so bad at this? No, that's okay. You suck at giving yourself permission to suck. That's okay. Give yourself permission to suck at giving yourself permission to suck. Give yourself permission to suck at being honest. Give yourself permission to suck at treating people like they're on the same team. Give yourself permission to suck at progress. Give yourself permission to suck at taking action. So all of these things you can give yourself permission to suck at. All of these concepts are universal. G. Newman goes on to say, I had a lot of hubris in that comment. Hey, that's okay. I have hubris all the time. If you don't know what hubris is, it kind of means like arrogance, like just, it's not quite arrogance, but it's like assuming that you're correct. It's sort of like arrogance. And I'm humbled and grateful that you pointed that out. Yeah, I love that, man. I love getting humbled as well myself. Your ego doesn't like it. There's a part of all of us that when we're proven not wrong, but like when we're given some information that maybe we hadn't quite considered, or we are humbled, or we feel like, fuck, man, why did I just assume I was right? And then somebody came along with more information that made me realize, holy fuck, maybe I wasn't correct, or maybe I wasn't seeing the whole picture. You know, when you have that first reaction where you're like, no, I'm not wrong. Like, don't tell me I'm fucking wrong. Like, how dare you disagree with me? I have that. I still have that to this day. I have just gotten pretty good at, and this is what I say in my head. I have this thought in my head where I'm like, shut your mouth. And I say it in a kind way to myself, but that's the first thought that comes up in my head when I want to disagree or argue or defend or any of that. In my brain, I go, no, shut your mouth. Andy, stop, shut your mouth. Breathe, be still, be present, think, calm down, shut your mouth. Think about the response that you want to give. I call this hitting the pause button, where you want to react emotionally, but no, hit the pause button, stop, be still, don't respond. Take your time. Think about what they're saying. Is there some truth in what they're saying? Yes, you want to defend and argue and tell them that they're stupid or that they're wrong or how dare they question you. After all, you're wise and great and intelligent like we all think that we are. But pause. Is there some truth in what they said? And after I've thought about it and considered it, and I find that literally everything that everyone says all the time, constantly, has some truth in it, has something that I can learn from it. Even if someone writes a comment to me like, Andy, you should kill yourself. That doesn't seem like it has any wisdom in it, does it? But I can sit there and think about it and go, okay, they're telling me that I should kill myself. Why are they saying that? Well, they're obviously very emotional about what I said. Why would they be emotional? Maybe something that I said triggered something in them. So maybe they're just having a reaction. Have I ever had a reaction where I get irrationally angry at someone to the point where I hate them and I wish they didn't exist? Yeah, I've felt like that. Okay, so this person is just feeling like that. Wow. This person has made me remember that there is that part of myself as well that sometimes gets irrationally angry and hates people if they contradict me, or if they trigger me. So if anything, this person has made me remember that I'm human too, like them. We're both the same. We both get irrationally angry. Cool, okay. Now I feel a little bit more connected to the person that just told me to kill myself because I understand them now. Okay. Thank you for that gift of telling me to kill myself. I got to remember that I'm human and I'm not perfect and I get emotional too sometimes. So there's some truth, or there's something to learn, I guess you could say. There's something to learn in literally everything that everyone ever says to us. Even if they're, drunk on the train screaming obscenities at us, fuck you, I'll kill you, all you fucking assholes. It's like you can learn something from that crazy, they're not crazy, but from that irrationally screaming angry person. Have I ever been irrational and screaming and angry? Yes. Okay, so I can relate to that person. Maybe they just need a hug. Maybe they want everyone to just fuck off and leave them alone. I've felt like that. I've felt like that many times. That was basically my existence during 2020 up until 2022 with all the lockdowns and the government and all of that kind of stuff. So yeah, I love that. I love that you're able to go to that place and say, I'm humble and then I'm grateful for that. Because it's in the humility, or it's in being humbled in those moments where someone points out that there might not have been, that that we might not have been seeing the full picture, or there might be something that we're missing, or there might be another way to look at the situation, and maybe we don't have all of the information. When somebody humbles us and gives us that information, man, that's where the beauty of life is. That's where the fucking magic is. A lot of people will sit there and defend and argue. I think that's the default human response when presented with information that they didn't have before. It's to defend, it's to push it away, it's to say that it's wrong, it's to rationalize, it's to get angry. But understand that everything I've achieved has been through being humbled a billion times over. Like, you guys and girls might not understand how many millions of times I've been humbled, or I've been proven not wrong, although sometimes just objectively wrong, but it's been shown to me that I wasn't playing with a full deck of cards. I was missing something, and someone will come along and be like, Andy, why are you doing that? Do it more like this. And I go, oh my God, wow, I've been doing it like this for the last 10 years. I didn't even realize that this wasn't an effective way of doing things. Holy shit, thank you for humbling me. And my ego wants to defend and argue, and sometimes I have in the past. I don't really do it anymore, although every now and then, but I used to argue a lot. I used to be very argumentative. But I cared enough about truth that eventually, after a couple of days or weeks, once I got over myself and got over my emotions, I would realize, holy fuck, this person is telling me the truth, or they're giving me something that's really useful. Fuck. Okay. Like, I've just looked like an idiot so many times, which is what being humbling or being humbled can feel like sometimes. It can feel like, man, I feel like such a fucking idiot. I've felt that feeling so many thousands of times that I've let go of most of, not all, but most of my ego. And I now can sit there and look at what someone is saying and say, is there some truth there? Rather than defending and arguing and all of that. And if you're wanting to achieve some big goals, if self-improvement is your goal, one of the biggest, most effective fucking things you can do is be humble. And that's not always easy. I understand that that's not always easy. You can get to a point where it's very easy. It's just a habit that you build. Being humble is a habit that you can build. But it can be a little rocky at the start, or at least it was for me. But being humble, man, it just means that you'll shut your fucking mouth when someone tells you some information to help you. You'll shut your fucking mouth and you'll listen. That's what humility is. That's why I say, like in my head, literally if someone contradicts me or leaves a comment or argues or presents me with some information that I thought I didn't want to hear, my first thought is, shut your mouth. Andy, shut your mouth. Be still. Be still is what I say right now. I literally, in my goals for 2024, this is my whiteboard that I write all my goals on. And for the last year or two, I've just written one goal per year, like one main thing I'll focus on. And for 2024, this year, it is be still. That is a kind way to myself of me saying, shut your mouth. So be still. That is what I am doing, and that is what I have been doing for the last, I don't know, year or two. Anytime someone gives me a piece of information that might contradict me or might make me want to defend and, argue and tell them that they're wrong, I go, be still. Before I was saying, and I still sometimes say, shut your mouth. So the more you can do that, the more you can just shut your mouth and listen. And not just listen to me, by the way. I'm not just saying listen to me. I just mean in general. Like, listen to the crazy, for want of a better word, the crazy homeless person that's screaming obscenities at you. Listen and see if there's some truth in what they're saying, or see if there's some knowledge or something you can learn. Can you learn a bit of empathy? Can you learn a bit of understanding? Can you learn some compassion? Can you even just for a millisecond think, why is this homeless person screaming at me? They're probably in some pain. They're probably believing some stories. Cool, I just learned something. I had a tiny bit more compassion towards that person. Cool. Can I learn something when my partner is grumpy at me and they're just being a bitch to me or being an asshole to me? Can I learn something there? Why are they being like that? Can I ask them a question? Why are you being grumpy right now? Is everything okay? What can I do to help? What can I do for you? What can I give you? What would you like from me? Can I learn something? And so if you can just be still, or if this resonates with you, shut your mouth, which is what I used to say to myself all the time. If you can do that, man, the universe just has so much knowledge, and other people have so much knowledge to give. It's just that most of us, myself included, especially in the past, are so used to just wanting to be right all the time that we don't listen to the information. So, G. Newman, good job being humble enough, and grateful is even more amazing, but good job like actually listening. Especially if you're coming to me or any self-improvement person or any YouTuber who's trying to help you. Realize the person is trying to help you. Like, they're trying to give. When I talk to any of you. I'm trying to give you something. Like literally, you ask me a question, you ask me for something. I try and give you what you want. I'm trying to give you something. And so if you're going to someone for advice, whether that's a friend or a coworker or a family member or something, if they give you the advice, don't then sit there. You can do whatever you want, but man, it is not an effective strategy for life to sit there and argue with them and tell them why they're wrong and say, no, I don't like that advice. I'm not going to follow that advice. That's stupid. You're wrong, dumb, blah, 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 blah. You don't have to follow their advice, but don't sit there and argue with their advice, especially when you asked for help. It might be a little different if you didn't ask for help. Like if you're just living your life and someone comes up to you and says, you shouldn't wear that shirt is bad, then fine. You can still listen to what they're saying. You don't have to follow the advice, but I still wouldn't argue with them. But the more humble that we can be, man, learning just happens 10,000 times more. Because when we sit there and we argue and we defend and we ignore the advice and tell them that they're wrong and that they're stupid and all of that, they could have the most amazing gold nugget of wisdom in what they're saying to you. And because your arrogance is in the way, it's like a wall that stops you from reaching your goals. So goals do require so much humility. Like I said, you guys and girls don't understand how many millions of times I've been humbled over the last 10 years, where I've looked like a complete and utter fool. And it's in those moments where I've been humbled where I go, holy fuck, I thought I had all the answers, but it turns out I'm a dumbass. It's in those moments that I've learned the most. And eventually I got to the point, and I've been there for, 3 years, 2 years, maybe 2 years. Well, now I'm at the point where I would just actively say to all of you, I'm a dumbass. Look, I'm a fucking dumbass. I know nothing, and my only mission on this earth is to learn a little bit more and to be a little bit less of a dumbass. And I will actively, freely say that. I don't have all the answers. I'm not the expert. I'm just some guy with no head, no hair. I have a head, no hair on my head, doing my absolute best. And so the more humble you can be, the quicker you will learn. If I can sit here and say I'm a complete dumbass, when someone comes along and goes, hey, have you tried this? I can go, yeah, I'm a dumbass, so I may as well try what you're saying, or at least look at what you're saying. I don't defend. I don't tell you that I'm better than you. I don't say, don't give me advice. I'm the fucking expert, blah, 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 blah. Like, I know what I'm doing. I'm a 36-year-old man. How dare you tell me how to live my life? No, tell me all the fucking advice you want to. I won't always follow it, but I'm going to listen to it and see if there's some truth in it, or see if there's something that I can learn from that help. So the more humble that any of you can be, holy shit, you achieve goals 10,000 times quicker. G. Newman goes on to say, I appreciate the response and the challenge to be my own stress reliever. Yeah, I can't fully remember what advice I gave to you, which, by the way, to all of you, I almost never remember what I actually say in videos. That might sound like a funny concept because you're listening to the video live, but understand that as you're watching my videos, I don't remember what I said in that video because I record a lot of these videos weeks in advance. And even if I record a video today, I then leave the house, go hang out with Imogen, go do shit, have sex, cook food, do whatever I'm doing. I don't remember what I said in a video 5 hours ago, and I can't really tell from the title or the thumbnail. So that's just like a random aside, but I never know what I actually said in videos. And it will happen a lot where someone will leave a timestamp and they'll be like, at 14 minutes and 15 seconds, they'll be like, great answer, Andy. I loved this. And I'm like, I have no idea what I said. I'm not going to click the timestamp and watch my own video because I don't really care that much. So that's a side note. That's more like an interesting tidbit. I never know what I'm saying. So when you say I appreciate the response and the challenge to be my own stress reliever, I literally don't remember what I said. I don't remember if I told you to be your own stress reliever, but I'm glad it helped. Yeah, it's a funny thing when the people who are watching your video are watching it live from their point of view because the video just got posted and they're like, Andy, I love this. This is great, man. Yeah, fuck yeah. I love what you said here. And I loved it. 12 minutes you said this. And then after that you said this. Great, dude. Yeah, and I really agree with the whole sentiment of the video. And I'm like, I don't even know if I agree with the sentiment of the video because I don't know what I fucking said. I probably agree with what I said because I wouldn't have said it, but even then, I change my mind sometimes and I'm evolving and learning. I'm probably not going to change my mind in 4 fucking weeks or a week or something. But yeah, interesting tidbit. Yeah, so great response, man. I really appreciate that prompt for us to talk about humility. Amazing stuff. Maybe we'll do 1 or 2 more comments and then I'll do another video. So the Dream Stratus says, hey, Andy, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. Merry Christmas and holidays to you too. Good health to you, the family, Imogen, and your loved ones. You too, my friend. Could you maybe do a video on the erotica novel Amazon thing down the line? I write as a hobby, but if money can be made there, that'd be amazing. Yeah, but I don't have much to say on it. Okay, so for anyone who doesn't know what we're referring to here, I've had, I think, 2 clients. One that I can definitely remember. It might be 2, but at least one client who wrote and made money from writing erotica novels, and you put them on Amazon. For any of you who don't know, there is an entire fucking industry of people, of books on Amazon they're all like 99 cents, which I think is the cheapest that you can ever charge for them. And they're erotica novels for women. And this one particular client that I'm thinking of had written like 100 or so of them, and they're all $1, and he was making more than enough passive income to pay the bills. I don't think he was like rich by any means, but he was making more than enough to pay the bills. And so this is definitely something you can do. Now, I don't know enough, my friend, to make a video on it. All I know is that he was doing it. So I can't tell you any more than that. I don't know anything about it. I can't remember which client it was to even ask him. So this is something that you would have to research yourself. But yes, my understanding is there is money in it. You can make money enough to pay the bills. I'm not guaranteeing that you will. I know literally nothing about it. But you could always just write 1 or 2 erotica novels and put them up and see how they go. I basically write erotica fiction on my website, on my blog. It's not fiction, so it's erotica nonfiction. I literally just do like a play-by-play of women that we date and sleep with, but I will write it out in an erotic. I'm literally writing it as erotica, like it's meant to be hot as fuck. And half the time when I'm writing it, I get really turned on, and then I show it to the women that we're dating, like the woman that's in it, because I obviously ask her permission. I show it to her, and half the time they're like, holy fuck, I'm really turned on now. And then Imogen will read it, and she'll go, holy shit, this is really hot. Sometimes Imogen writes them as well. And when she writes it, I find it even hotter, because she's writing from her perspective, and she's going to say things that I didn't know she was thinking and feeling and all of that. So yeah, I basically already do this. I just don't put it on Amazon. I don't think I ever will. I mean, like, I'm not against it, but I have enough shit that I'm doing. I don't need to do that. But yeah, so I can't really give you any more advice than that. I know that's not great advice, but that's about all I can say on that. Answered your question in an upcoming video. Done. I think we'll leave it there, ladies and gentlemen. And I think I will answer the rest of the questions in tomorrow's video. Tomorrow's video will be the last one that I do in this like Christmas holiday season series. It's been a blast. I've really enjoyed hanging out with you. I think that I would like to, at the end of most videos or some videos, I think I really enjoy this format of, like pulling up questions, answering some of them, talking. Makes me feel a lot more connected to all of you. It's something that I used to do in the past a long, long time ago, but I haven't really done for a while. So I might try that in some videos. Like I'll just do a normal video where I'm like giving you advice or doing a how-to or just like my normal content or some philosophy topic or something. And then I might pull up the questions on the side at the end of the video and answer some of them or read some of them out, because I feel like that keeps us connected as a community. I prefer that over the format of me just sitting here like talking at you and then reading your comments and like in my own time and replying to them via text. So I like us being able to connect a little bit more. So if you found this helpful, amazing. Like I said, a little personal challenge to all of you. The video's over now, so as soon as this video ends, go take some action if you haven't already. It's 2024. Let's get this thing kicked off. It's day 2 of 2024. If you didn't take action yesterday, which maybe you're hungover or something, fine, whatever. It's your life. Do whatever you want. But take some action today. It's my little challenge to you. Go do one tiny little baby step. Watch yesterday's video where I talked about how to actually take that baby step, but do something. Take some sort of action. Make 2024 the year that you've always wanted. Make it the fucking best year of your entire life. If you want more help with this, obviously I have coaching. Maybe 2024 is the year that you finally sign up for coaching and we do amazing shit together. There's links in the description below to that. I even have $200 coaching calls if you want a little test run of what coaching might be like. You want to see if I actually can help you, but take some sort of action. Make this year yours. Let's make it a beautiful year together. You got this.